no ends. I'm in the bucket, can I ride, can I get some ends? I hit the strip and let the music bump. Drinking liquor and I'm looking for some hoes to fuck. Down looking money to live for illegal as a slang another ounce. I wish it was a kilo. I need money in a major way. Time to fuck my biatch and getting paid. Ha. You other motherfuckers ballin', but me and my motherfucking thug niggas, we're straight ballin'. There we go. Okay, we on. Listen to a little bit of that thug life. Y'all know the rules. Gotta do what you gotta do. Stay true. That was my straight ballin' there. Okay, check this out. I want to come and I want to dive right in. I want to hit this off, get it cracking, whatever you want to call it. I'm up in this thing. So, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to my man Tony Snow for being the first one in the room. Give you that relationship rehab salute, good sir. What's good, everybody? I am Brian Redmond. This is the relationship rehab. And let me greet everybody that's watching this with a good old hey live. What it do, people? So, I just want to do this real quick about this Liam Neeson because I personally am offended, okay? And I know that people will have their own thoughts and opinions about this, but I am personally offended, and I'm going to tell y'all why I'm personally offended. I was actually disturbed, pissed off, upset, on fire, whatever you want to call it. I was not happy. And I got to the point where I said, well, you know what? If you're not happy, you got a problem, a gripe or whatever, then you need to do something about it. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm doing something about it. I'm going to voice my opinion and let it be what it is. So, I saw this come out a couple of days ago and everybody was saying Liam Neeson is a racist son of a bitch. What he said was wrong. And the fact that he feel this way, we don't need to see his movie. We need to cancel his premiere. All of this because once you a racist, always a racist. That's exactly what people been saying. I've been seeing it all over Facebook. I've been seeing it all over Instagram. Everybody's saying Liam ain't shit. He's a racist son of a bitch and we need to get rid of him. And my response to that is why you see this title is how, Sway? How? First and foremost, I'm offended because I know who Liam Neeson is. And for those of you who don't know, God damn it, I'm going to teach you. First and foremost, Liam Neeson is a Jedi. We're talking about fucking Qui-Gon Jinn here, man. The Jedis ain't racist. Hell, the Jedis can't. Black folks, you see, Mace Windu, he won. They got people who got like 5 hearts in their brain. He got people who are green. They got people who purple. They got people who are white. They got people who are Mexican. The Jedis have tried to bring the whole galaxy together. They are the peacekeepers of the entire Federation. How the hell can they be a racist? That's the first fuck up right there. He can't be a racist because he's a goddamn Jedi. Okay? So get that straight. Secondly, he was Zeus. Yes, Liam Neeson is Zeus. Who is Zeus? He's the Greek god that sits up on high at Mount Olympus. The man is a Greek god. He is the father of all of the demigods and all of the other Greek mythology. You got Ares, you got Aphrodite, you got Hermes, you got Mercury, all of them. He can't be racist if he got all these different gods that everybody else is worshiping and all that kind. He can't be the brother to what's the Satan dude that's the other god. He's his brother. All of that. So he can't be racist in that respect. That's number 2. Number 3, he's Brian Mills. Alright? You know who Brian Mills is? He's the guy from Taken. The man went halfway across the country on 3 different occasions to save people, his daughter, other people that he know. He want to protect them and make them safe. Ain't no racist person gonna do that. Y'all don't see Ku Klux Klan members going across the globe saving people. You don't see it. You don't see them on the phone talking about, hey, look, man, now I have a very special set of skills, and if you just stop this fuckery that you're doing right now, we can call it quits. Other than that, I will find you and I will kill you. You don't see racist people doing that. That's a freedom fighter. He's fighting for justice. You can't be racist doing that. You just can't be. So that's one of the other things. Now, last but not least, he was Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul was the leader of the League of Shadows. They took in everybody, from billionaires all the way to the likes of Bane. Bane is an American hero in my opinion. Okay? So you think darkness is your ally? It's like you got somebody like that, man, coming from the League of Shadows. He was trying to cleanse Gotham. He was trying to bring order, peace, equality, because Gotham was so corrupt. That's why Bane came back and tried to fulfill the prophecy of Ra's al Ghul. You remember that, okay? So you can't say that Liam Neeson is this terrible racist bastard that needs to be just obliterated from the face of the earth. You can't say that, all right? So I just gave you 4 good reasons as to why he's not a racist, all right? So we can get that shit out the door. He's a Jedi, he's Zeus, he's Brian Mills, and he's Ra's al Ghul. Can't be a racist being them 4 people. You just can't be. I don't care what you write in your books. I don't care what you say on your Facebook post. You got to prove them 4 people was racist in order to say that he's a racist, okay? So if you can't prove them 4, I don't want to hear what you got to say, because what you're saying is some bullshit, okay? So let's move on. And let me get to my main points here after I done got the obvious out of the way. Do I read my chat when I want to? Alright? You said, now let me actually go back. I don't mind entertaining. What does he say? You're just saying this because you're scared to disagree with Tommy Sotomayor. Alright. You know what? The world, you know who you are, G-Nat B. You the guy in the barbershop where everybody's saying that Michael Jordan's the greatest player of all time. This is before LeBron came out. You was the guy that would say, "Nuh-uh, Kobe is." That's exactly who you are. Because what you talking about has nothing to do with, number one, anything factual. You can't prove no points in this, and you just saying some shit just to be saying some shit. You got your trolling hat on, you got your trolling gloves on, and you're ready to get your trolling going. I see you. Congratulations. But unless you're going to present some facts and prove to me that what you're saying is true, I ain't even trying to hear shit you saying. Alright? So we can move on from that. Congratulations. Good job. You got some attention. Got your moment there in time in YouTube land. Proud of you. Moving right along. So I got these 2 short videos talking about Liam Neeson, and I want to see what you guys think, and I'm gonna give my opinion, of course, because that's what I do. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Woo! Alright, so let's check this out. And we're going to go there first. Yeah, this was the one. These are some Britain cats. This is like the British version of Good Morning America. Real short, but I definitely want to show what this dude said. Hey, wait a minute. Do y'all hear anything? Because I don't hear shit. Oh, it's real low. All right, hang on. Let me see. Oh, crap. Nope. All right, hold on. Shit. Why is this not playing loud enough? Okay, and let's do that. Oh my goodness.
He was trying to hide. He's come out and very honestly said this happened 40 years ago.
I've done it in a press
but hang on, we are human beings. There's a very dark side to people when they suffer from depression, when they suffer from revenge, as he talks about.
Yeah.
This is not a gotcha moment. This is not a moment where we found out something about Liam Neeson that we didn't know before and he was trying to hide. He's come out and very honestly said this happened 40 years ago.
I've done it in a press
but hang on, we are human beings. There's a very dark side to people when they suffer from depression, when they suffer from revenge, as he talks about.
Yeah.
There's dark sides to human beings. And
no, but this is the thing that annoys me, is that you always get people that are not of colour trying to tell black people how they should react to something that we've been said. You're trying to tell us how we should feel about what... No.
Black people are telling the world how we should react to Neeson.
No. But here's the thing, because we're the ones that were called that.
Yeah, quite frankly, we need more transparency around these things. This happens on a daily basis. Yes, Liam Neeson has come out and said it, but there are hundreds or probably thousands of people that go out every single day hunting down Muslims, hunting down black people, hunting down to hurt women simply because of our gender. We should be talking about how to deal with this. This conversation and debate of whether or not he's racist or not racist, please, let's just move on.
All right. So, a couple of things that was said. Number one, I'm gonna be straight up with this. This could be some publicity stunt type shit. I ain't gonna dismiss that because the motherfucker do anything to sell a movie. I ain't gonna dispute that. So that could be a point that I think wasn't that Pierce, old boy Pierce. I think that's what his name was. Yeah. I'm not going to dispute that. So this could be some shit that's coming out at this particular time, right before his movie coming out, just so he can sell these tickets. I ain't even tripping, especially if the movie got something to do with that. But the other part of the dude saying, well, hey, when you're talking about black people say this, or you can't tell black people how to feel about this, and he said black people tell people how to feel about this shit, the whole world how to feel about this shit. He got a very valid point. Because when it does come to something like this, then yes, we may feel like, hey, this is offensive to me because he said that, he wrong for saying that. But at the end of the day, where we live at, which is America, we should be able to say how we feel, even if it does offend somebody. So yes, this may be offensive to a lot of black people, but that don't mean that he can't talk about it or he shouldn't talk about it, because plenty of people have feelings similar to this, and I'm going to get to that in just a second. The other part that she's talking about saying, well, there's hundreds of thousands of people that are being hunted down like this, that's a bunch of fucking bullshit. That's a lie. I don't know why she said that. I guess she was trying to drive home her point, but that shit she said is not true. And I'll just replay that little part, because I didn't get that.
This conversation and debate of whether or not he's racist or not racist, please, let's just move on. People that go out every single day hunting down Muslims on a daily basis. Yes, Liam Neeson has come out and said it. But there are hundreds or probably thousands of people that go out every single day hunting down Muslims, hunting down black people, hunting down to hurt women simply because of our gender. We should be talking about how to deal with this.
Now, how did she get into all of that just from what this dude just said? If that was happening and there was hundreds of thousands of people suffering from this, we know about it. This shit would be on the news. It would be on Facebook. It'd be on YouTube. It'd be all over the world if that's what was going on a daily basis. So that was just her just trying to really blow some shit up or making a mountain out of a molehill, which was totally just not true. So that was the first one. And then I just want to show this one real quick before I get into my points. And this is the one that really just blew my mind and just kind of pissed me off.
I didn't want to start the conversation because I'm so confused by what I heard and what I saw, because he was talking about how he processes his acting and how he taps into this rage. And he taps into this rage by going back to this feeling that he had when he found out that a dear friend of his was raped by a black man, and now he went searching through the black areas of Ireland to seek out a black man to harm. And I understand very well, I think, how you would feel if a loved one was harmed, and how you would want to harm the person that did that to them, the person that did that. What I can't understand is how you would go out and seek a random person of the same race to harm. Because that, for me, feels like a modern day lynching. And that's what happened to black men in this country by white men.
All right, I got to stop right there. You're telling me that what this dude said, not what he did, not what he did. We're just talking about the way that this dude said he felt. And the fact that because a dear friend of his got raped, and it was by a person that they did not know, and the only thing that they loved, that they could identify with, was that the person was black. What happened? I got raped. Who was it? I don't know. It was a black dude. Because he felt, I was so hurt and so pissed off, and I felt so violated because this happened to my friend, I wanted to go out in the streets and fuck up a black person. I had a stick or shillelagh, whatever the hell they call it. I went out there in the streets because I was looking to whip somebody's ass. You telling me that that is equated to a modern day lynching? I can't agree with you on that, because what a lynching was, it's not the same thing. An ass whooping is an ass whooping. A lynching is something that was totally different, and it was done for different reasons. A lynching was a fear tactic. It was a tactic that was used because of the slave owners, slave masters, whatever you want to call it. They wanted to, number one, they wanted to strike fear into the other slaves. Number two, there was such a deep-rooted hatred and jealousy of black men that they wanted. That's why they did things like cut off the penis. That's why they did things like burn them once they hung them. They did things like that because they were just savages to that degree, to where they had such a hatred for that person. That's what they did. So it wasn't just you hanging somebody. That lynching thing was a celebration, like when they would do in the medieval times, like a beheading, chopping off people's heads. That wasn't just the end all, the be all. Now we gonna take your head, put it on this motherfucking spike, and we gonna tote this motherfucker up on top of the wall of the castle. There's a difference of that. You're making a statement with doing that. This dude was literally looking for some get back. If excuse my hood lingo, you're looking for some get back. You wanted some revenge. You wanted to fuck somebody up who fuck with your people. And that brings me to my other point of saying, if somebody did something to my family, my love, and this is just me being transparent, I'm keeping this 100, and my close friends can tell you that this is who I am. If somebody did something like that to my mom, my brother, my sister, my niece, my nephew, my wife, or my daughter, if they did something like that to them, and there was only an identifier of saying that this particular person or these groups of people, or it was in this area, there's only so much that I'm going to allow for the legal system to do before there is a get back. There will be a get back. If my daughter or my brother, if we are in the hood and some stray bullet comes and strikes and hits my mama, and don't nobody know nothing, ain't nobody snitching, ain't no snitches get stitches, let that shit happen to me and mine, and I'm telling you, the area is gonna suffer. Ain't nobody gonna be safe if my mama ain't safe. Don't nobody want to tell. Don't nobody want to bring that person forward, because of that's the mindset I'm going to be in, because I'm going to be enraged. I'm going to want revenge. And this shouldn't be foreign to everyone, because the shit happens every goddamn day in this country. The people that you see the Crips and Bloods, the Gangster Disciples and the Solid Foes, the Conservative Vice Lords and the BDs, all of these gangs that we see. How many times have you heard of somebody getting their ass whooped, getting shot, getting robbed, just because they was in the wrong neighborhood at the wrong time? Just because they on the other side of the tracks. Just because they on the other block and they are opposition. Just because they got on the wrong color. My cousin got shot, don't nobody know shit, and we think it was the BDs, so we going to shoot at the BDs. That happens every day. That happens every day. So it's like, even when there isn't a thing to say, well, that ain't right. Yeah, it ain't right, but that's what it is. There are plenty of things in this country that's not right. There are plenty of things in this world that are not right. But the simple fact of saying cause and effect of somebody that you know that gets hurt and then somebody actually going to get some type of retaliation, that is a natural feeling. And we talking about some shit that happened some 45 years ago, or however long ago it was. This shit was back in like the 60s or some shit like that, or the 70s. So yeah, a young Qui-Gon Jinn, a young Liam Neeson, he would feel that way. And he was in Ireland doing it. So it's like, and my other thing is this. Liam Neeson ain't no tough guy. He plays a great one as as Brian Mills. He does. He really does. He plays a great tough guy. He plays a great tough guy as Zeus. He played a great tough guy as Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul was a badass. But he's not. Frantonio, you ignorant as hell. Boy, I tell you, I feel you though. It is what it is. 12 dudes, low down. You know what time it is. But anyway, when you're talking about just somebody being that upset, yeah, I'm going to want some get back. I'm going to be putting on my James Brown, playing the payback. That's what I said. The big payback. Somebody got to feel it. We do that. We do that as a country. Our military. You think about all the people that died because of Saddam Hussein. All of the people that died because of Osama bin Laden. All of the people that died because of Gaddafi. It's like the list goes on and on. So to take this and try to dramatize it to where you want to destroy a person's career, you want to destroy a person's life. Yeah, he was Schindler's List too. There you go. Can't no man be racist and he playing shit. Did you see Schindler's List? You gotta see it if you haven't. Okay? But I'm saying you can't have someone who has to lose everything. You don't want to see his movie. You want to take him out of this. You want to cancel his premiere. You don't want to support him anymore, whatever, because he literally told people how he felt. Okay, it was 40 years ago. He literally told you what he felt in the moment of his friend. If my friend got raped or my wife got raped or some shit like that, motherfuckers is gonna pay. I'm just telling you that's gonna be my emotion, my feeling. That's the mental state I'm gonna be in. I'm gonna wanna fuck some people up. Period. Especially if don't nobody know nothing and ain't nobody cooperating with the police. Especially in that sense. So it's like you have to take things in perspective and say, yeah, that may be how he felt then, but that don't make him a racist. Was he prejudiced in a motherfucker? Absolutely. He was prejudiced because he just wanted to fuck up any black person. And my thing is this. How many black people in Ireland? 8? Back then in the 60s and the 70s, how many black people were actually in Ireland? And he out looking for one of them 8. I'm gonna find one of these 8 niggas. I'm gonna fuck their ass up. I'm killing their ass tonight. Me and my shtick. Boy, probably the 8 black people that's in Ireland back then, there was probably some badasses and probably would have fucked Liam Neeson up. He'd have got his ass whooped, and there never would have been a Taken, there never would have been a Ra's al Ghul, there never would have been a Zeus, and there never would have been a Qui-Gon Jinn. Okay? Or a Schindler's List. Do you realize we actually came close to losing a great actor? But at the end of the day, getting back to my point, you can't charge somebody with something as saying that they're this racist person and they need to lose everything and we don't need to support them for something, number one, that happened 40 years ago. And number two, you talking about something that he said he's 66. Thank you, Pam. He's 66 now. So that mean that dude 26? Come on, man. Come on, man. At 26, I would have been raining hell down on the entire community if somebody would have fucked one of my people. So it's like, you can't just say that somebody can't grow from 40 years of living, man. You can't say that. And the fact that he was willing to come forward, that's some brave shit to do. And he was gambling with his career, whether it was to sell the movie or not, or if he just wanted to be transparent, he should have the right to do that. He should have the right to do it, and he shouldn't be condemned for it. Now, should we criticize him? Hey, why the fuck not? You put it out there, you can be critiqued about it. Can we hold him accountable for it and say, hey, have a discussion? And that was one of the things I liked about the, I can't think of the black lady that's on Good Morning America. But they had him on Good Morning America, and he just had a conversation. I'm all good with that. And she spoke on how she felt about it, and he talked about how he felt and how, he said it was bad, it was fucked up. He saw the error in his ways and like how crazy the shit was. So why can't we just take that as something to where say it's a learning experience? He's grown from it, obviously, because he still ain't walking the streets looking to fuck up black people. He's obviously grown out of that and learned from that, just like anybody else. I'm not the same person I was 40 years ago. I was 5. Was I shitting on myself then? No, I wasn't shitting on myself, but I was still peeing in the bed. 5 years old. Well, probably was. But anyway, I'm just saying, I was a different person at 5. Now I'm 45. I've learned a lot. I've grown. I have matured. All of that good stuff. So it's like we can't hold people accountable to those type of things of them not being able to change. Yes, you can say your actions that you did, that bullshit you pulled was fucked up. Great. But you can't just say, oh, you a terrible person. You still a racist, because once a racist, always a racist. We can't be that shallow, and we can't be that naive, and we shouldn't be that stupid.
Somehow trying to be righteous about a white woman's virtue. And that really,
let me take that back.
Virtue. Happened to black men in this country, like a modern day lynching.
Modern day lynching.
And that's what happened to black men in this country by white men somehow trying to be righteous about a white woman's virtue. And that really...
Here's my problem with that. Had the skin color been reversed and would have been a black dude saying, hey, I'm fucking up some white people, let a black girl or black woman get raped in our community, and it turned out to be that she says it was done by a white person. I'm going to tell you right now, in the hood, every white person is going to get fucking harassed or possibly get fucked up. Because we going to say, we ain't going to let no white man come and rape our black women in the neighborhood. Now, damn the fact that some old ass nigga done scooped up some young girl in the statutory rape. We okay with that. Alright? We cool with letting that shit slide. Or if it's some black dude that's being a serial rapist, ain't nobody looking for them. But if a white man raped a black girl in the hood, every white dude in that hood better sit down somewhere or stay their ass in the house. Because niggas is looking for them and niggas gonna fuck with them. And you know what the black women are gonna say? Black men are standing up for their black queens. They finally protecting us. They finally looking out for us. He doing the same exact thing. And now he's this racist person. And he's doing modern day lynching. And he just the terriblest person in the world. Terriblest is not a word. Let me correct myself.
Felt like my father could be walking down the street and someone would just attack him.
Yeah.
Now that's true. Your father could be walking down the street and not a Liam Neeson, but a nigga is more likely to attack him than a Liam Neeson is. Because Liam Neeson is going to say, well, I got my stick and my friend got raped, but a nigga is just going to be like, that nigga might have $40 and I need to get this 40 ounce. So let me go fuck him up. That could definitely be a very possibility and a likelihood of happening just walking down the street in any hood. So that to me is like, is it wrong? Absolutely. But you just as much in danger or more so likely to get attacked by a black person in your neighborhood than by some white dude whose friend just got raped. So let's be realistic about what we're talking about.
And for Liam to still be using that experience as his inspiration to tap into
and to talk about it while he's promoting a movie.
I didn't understand. I still don't.
It's what an actor does. They all tap into their experiences and their emotions to be able to give that performance. Just like if a woman got raped and she wanted to tap into her getting raped into a scene, she uses that emotion. You can use the emotions that you have to be able to pull off that emotion. If I got the emotion of being, case in point, Will Smith in that movie when he was the homeless dude with his son. I can't think of the name of the damn movie. Somebody will. But when he's the homeless dude and him and his son are in the train station and they're in that bathroom and they're holding the door locked so that people can't come in because they didn't have anywhere to go. Will Smith said it himself. He said the fact that I was in there with my son, in spite of this dude telling me his story, he was a pursuit of happiness. Thank you, Covette. He was like, the fact that I was able to be in that scene with my son, it gave him a point of inspiration to where he could pull from that to be able to act the way that he did in that scene. And to me, that was a really good scene. That scene touched me, just being in that position as a man with your son, homeless, nowhere to go, and you in this bathroom in a train station where people are trying to get in and you trying to just have somewhere to be safe for the night. And it was like, for him, it was such a touching point because he was there with his son. So an actor is going to use what they hold dear, what they hold their personal experiences to act. That's part of the job. Right, that's method actors. That's what they do. They take that experience, they take those experiences from their lives, things that they've seen, and they take that to use that to drive their emotion. So it's just like when some actors or actresses, when you're talking about crying, you know, some people have to think about terrible situations in their lives, whether it's somebody dying, whether it's a bad experience they have. They may have to use that to bring that emotion of tears and sadness. So him using that is something that happened. It's something that he did. It's not about him being proud of it. It's just something that happened that he used. So that's not fair for you to say, well, I don't understand why he would use that. God damn it, it's what he does. It's his job.
I think it's...
You go right back to it.
And for Liam to still be using that experience as his inspiration to tap into
and to talk about it while he's promoting a movie.
I didn't understand. I still don't understand.
I think it's...
So, like I said, I'm cool with the criticism of it being the movie time, and now you talking about this shit because that could be to sell that movie. I'm just saying it could be. I'm not gonna not say that that's not possible because everybody trying to make that dollar. And there's money to be made because there's money that was spent. But at the end of the day, it's still a thing of just saying we have to be more reasonable, more logical in what people are saying and how we react to it. People are always going to do something or say something that you may not want to hear, that could be offensive, or you may not like, or you may not even agree with. But at the end of the day, you have to say, well, how can we have a dialogue about this and have a conversation about it to where we can actually get some progress? We can learn from each other. I can teach this person something. They can teach me something. We can learn something about each other and we can all grow from this. We need to be that type of country, that type of America to where we're doing that as opposed to just pointing the finger, putting labels on people and shouting hot words because it's not politically correct, or it's offensive, or it's toxic energy, or it's, you know, just something where it's disrespectful. You can't put yourself in that type of box and expect to grow or expect to be better. This whole thing of if you're not agreeing with what I'm saying, then I need to condemn you and you don't need to have a life. You don't need to be able to have a livelihood. All of that type of rhetoric that we want to spit at people, those type of things that we want to put on people, that's what's wrong with this country. You all want to blame Donald Trump for all of the bad shit that's going on. That's what's wrong with this country, is the fact that we cannot disagree with somebody without being the devil. We are the worst of the worst the minute you don't go along with what it is that I think, or I'm sorry, not even think, on what I feel is right. That's the type of God complex that we have, and the fact that a lot of the liberal agenda is about that is my problem with the left. That's just my biggest thing, is that when it comes to these liberal Democrats, these people think you can do whatever you want, and the minute you disagree with them, you are the worst of the worst, and you don't deserve to have anything. And everything that you have needs to be taken away from you. Everything that you have built needs to be stripped away from you and torn down, and you don't deserve a life. That is my problem when it comes to the Democrats, when it comes to the liberals, when it comes to the LGBT, when it comes to all of these people that are on this far left shit. When somebody disagrees with you, you want to take everything away from them. You can't grow like that. You can't expect for people to understand your point of view. You can't expect people to even try to build a bridge to where you can communicate and have a dialogue when you have that position. It's just like the asshole who came in here in the beginning. Even if he wasn't talking about disagreeing with me, he didn't want to have a dialogue with me. He didn't want to even say, well, you know what, I disagree with what you're saying. His whole thing was just to come in and say, oh, you just scared to disagree with Tommy Sotomayor. And shout out to my brother Tommy. That was his thing. He didn't want to challenge me. He wanted to talk shit to me because he wanted either the attention, or he just wanted to say some hot shit so he can show his friends, hey, watch what I say to this dude. I'm going to troll this motherfucker real quick. That's all he wanted out of that. So it's like those are the things that we say, hey, this is what the problem is, and this is what we need to stop doing. This is what we need to start doing. It's those type of things that we need to start calling out. And I'm glad I did say something to him, because I usually try not to read the chat because I don't want to get off into the weeds. But I try not to read it. I'll pop in and check it every now and again, but I try not to read it. That's why I trust my mods so much. Thank you guys so much, too, for what y'all do. I appreciate you. But you have to be able to say, let's start having a conversation. Because, in my opinion, if you are right, if you are so right in what it is that you feel deep down in your soul, in your spirit of spirits, if you're right, then you should be able to logically, and you should be able to factually justify not just how you feel, but to prove your point and to back it up with shit that is actually factual and truthful. You should be able to do that. It shouldn't be where I got to call you a name because you disagree with me or to get my point across. I shouldn't have to call you out your name. I shouldn't have to say that you ain't this. I shouldn't have to tell you about my feelings. I shouldn't have to get into my personal life and say, well, this is why I say that, because when I was 6, it happened to me and y'all just don't know how it feels. I shouldn't have to go into all of that. I can reference it, but I shouldn't have to go into it. I should be able to explain to you what it is that my position is, and I should be able to back up as to say why I say what I'm saying, and the reason being is because of this, and this. I can show you factually, statistically, and if I do have the opportunity to, I can even tie in personal experience with that. All bring it together to paint the pictures to say this is why I feel the way I feel. We should be able to do that as a people. And even when somebody disagrees with you, because just because I go and paint that picture, I don't have to say, well, now you got to believe what it is I'm saying. But if it makes sense and you can't dispute it, you can disagree with it, but you can't dispute it. You can't say, no, what you're doing is wrong. You can't do that, and you can't prove to me why it's wrong. Then it is what it is. And sometimes you learn something. Sometimes when somebody shows you something in a different light, or they give it to you in a different way, or they serve it up on a different plate, maybe it is something you say, well, maybe this is something that, yeah, that does make sense. Okay, maybe I do need to change the way I look at that. And you can appreciate that person for what they believe and what they say and what their position is. As opposed to just calling them out there, oh, you a coon and you did this, or you a clown and you did that, oh, this person is this. It's like people, and I'm gonna say this and wrap it up. People have this big problem right now today. The hottest thing in the world to disagree with is Donald Trump. And people say, well, why you like Donald Trump? You as a black man, you shouldn't support Donald Trump. You wearing a MAGA hat, that's disrespectful. You a clown and you a coon. The point of it is, I like a lot of things that Donald Trump likes to do and wants to do, but I don't think that he's right all the time. My biggest point is that I don't think Donald Trump is any worse than any other politician. So if you're talking about the whole thing, that what he's doing is wrong, then you're talking about tearing down the whole political that you want to take. You should be the person. If you're telling me that I shouldn't support Donald Trump, or I shouldn't like what Donald Trump has done or is doing, then that means that you should be the person who wants to tear down the whole government. Because you can't tell me that shit that Donald Trump is doing, that the shit that the other side is doing is any better. You can't tell me that. And if you try to tell me that, we can have a discussion about it, but I guarantee you I'm going to win. Because you can't tell me one thing that Donald Trump has done that ain't no other politician done, or that's worse than what any other politician has done. You just don't like Donald Trump because of the dish that he's served on. You don't like the presentation of Donald Trump. You can't not like him because of the politician that he is. You can't. Because he's not a very good politician in the first place. But you can't say that, oh, he do this and he's a racist and he's that. How many other politicians do you know that aren't racist? You don't know that. How many politicians do you know that don't support what black folk is trying to do? Because if they were, we would be in a whole hell of a lot of different situations, better situation than what we are now. And when I tell people all the time, when you look at what the Democrats have done, you talking about somebody who was a former all-out Democrat, voted for Obama twice. I drank the Kool-Aid 2 times in a row. I didn't get enough the first time. I went back for seconds because I believed in him and thought, oh, yeah, his second term, he gonna do his thing. Wrong. Wrong. But the point is that, hey, that's who I voted for. I rolled with him. Even though I didn't like everything he did, I still rolled with him. I still to this day will say President Barack Obama is one of the baddest motherfucking politicians I've ever seen in my life. I ain't seen nobody who's as well-spoken. That dude could come into a room. I told my mama this the other day because I was talking politics with my mama. I said, Obama's the type of politician where he can come into a room full of people by the thousands and could know once I leave this room, they're going to disperse some gas that's going to kill everybody in it. And he will come out there and have a great time with everybody in there, knowing that when he leave, everybody gonna die. That's how smooth of a politician Barack Obama is. He'll come out there and talk and engage everybody. Y'all will laugh. Y'all will cry. Y'all will be like, woo, Obama. And he know in his mind, as soon as I walk up out here, all these motherfuckers gonna die. And won't say shit. Clear conscience and all. And be like, all right, everybody, take care. We will overcome. Keep hope alive. Shout out to Jesse, Al, and whoever else up in here. I'll see y'all later. Peace out, Chi-Town. And I'll leave. He's that smooth of a politician. He was so well-spoken, so engaging. Yes, he can sell ice to Eskimos. He was. He was just that kind of guy. It is what it is. I don't hate Obama. I don't like the way he ran his term. I don't. And everybody can say, oh, well, he had the House and Congress. They was against him. And yes, they were. Just like it is now. But I don't fault Obama. I don't give Obama a pass on that. And I don't fault all the Republicans on that because they were both on bullshit. Just like they are now. Both sides is trying to have a pissing match. It's just that you got somebody like Trump who is just a flat out, I'm a billionaire white boy. You can't tell me shit. I'm going to do what I want to do, say what I want to say, live how I want to live, play how I want to play. I'm the Addams family. That's what he's doing. He's just standing more firm on his shit. That's it. Obama had just as many executive orders trying to get his shit through. And you know what we all said? He got to do all these executive orders because the House and Congress, they not trying to help him. They trying to tear him down because you're a black man. Bullshit. They just didn't like his liberal ass agenda. They was like, fuck you. That's it. We're going against everything you said. Same thing. They was hanging, do y'all remember? They was hanging Obama dolls from trees. Lynching. They was burning Obama dolls. Y'all don't remember that shit? Oh, how soon do we forget? Them Republicans and them people out in them backwoods, them Confederate motherfuckers, they was on the same exact agenda. They hated the fact that Obama was in there. He's not even an American. Really? Donald Trump, I want to see his birth certificate. Obama, like, man, fuck you. I'm the president. And we was right there with him. Yeah, you President Obama. You ain't got to show him shit. Exactly. So now that the tables are turned the other way, y'all spend, the Democrats are spending so much time trying to get this motherfucker out, knowing damn well y'all ain't going to impeach this dude. Y'all ain't getting him out of office. All the shit he doing is terrible. Yeah, whatever. But he ain't going to get impeached and get taken out of office. If you couldn't do it with Bill Clinton, you damn sure ain't going to do it with this boy. You ain't going to do it. So why not try to do what they did? The Republicans said, you know what? Y'all got this nigga here for 2 terms. We going to go back and we going to reinvent ourselves. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho. That's what they did. And they came back with Donald Trump. He was electrifying, captivating, engaging, and very popular. That's all the presidency is. Popularity contest. You would think that the Democrats would be doing the same thing right now. We gonna put together us a good old Democrat and show y'all something y'all ain't never seen before and get y'all in there. Nope, y'all still talking about Hillary should have been president. After y'all fucked over Bernie Sanders, who probably would have fucked around and won. Nope, it's gonna be Hillary. We're gonna get her in there. She deserves it. She's a woman. She's a Clinton. She should be in there. Right. That's my rant. But at the end of the day, my thing was just saying, hey man, the dude was pissed off because one of his friends got hurt. He was in fucking Ireland. He didn't do shit at the end of the day. He talked a lot of shit, which what a lot of people do. He was being very prejudiced, I agree. And he could just be promoting this goddamn movie. But we shouldn't be trying to tear everything down that he's ever done. And we shouldn't be trying to end his career because we disagree with how he felt 40 years ago. 40 years ago. Dude was 26, man. If we can forgive Meghan Markle husband for dressing up in blackface, I'm pretty sure we should be able to forgive Liam Neeson for wanting to fuck up a black dude because a black dude raped one of his friends. I'm sure we can find it somewhere deep in our hearts to forgive him too. Because we damn sure forgave Meghan Markle husband, old Prince Charles. We forgave his punk ass. He's good. We forgave him. We forgave Ted Danson for dressing up in blackface and all that good shit. That's not offensive to us, right? So, hey, if we can let that ride, why not let this ride? So, I hope that this video helps somebody become a better version of themselves. If you got something you want to say, shoot me an email, therelationshiprehab@gmail.com. Holler at me. If you disagree, fine. I don't mind having a conversation. That's what it's all about. I just want to say thank you to everybody who came in. I don't want to forget this. Let me check and see if there's any PayPals. Yep, give me 1 second. There we go. Boom. This shit is taking. Why is it taking so long? There we go. Alright, so let me see what we got here. Couple of donations. Want to give a shout out. Oh, wait, let me make sure because I ain't seen this name before. Want to give yep, I'm glad I checked. Want to give a shout out to Miss Lady T Sunday. I appreciate you for your donations. Thank you so much. And yeah, one more. Nationwide Wise Guy. Thank you so much for your donation too. I appreciate it. Hey guys, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate the time. Make sure you guys go over to The Guru and the Horde. Watch my boy Tommy because I believe he just started, right? I think so. Yes, no, maybe so. I think so. If he didn't, he's about to. But I believe he did. So let's make sure we go over there, check him out. And just to let y'all know, I believe that The Guru and the Horde will be back on tomorrow. So get ready for the hottest show on YouTube to make its return because it's about to go down. So make sure that you guys share the show, send this to somebody, and I appreciate you guys for checking me out. I love you all. Peace, and I'm out. Bye, live. All right, let's see here. Oh, wrong one.